Once upon a time, you see, in a strange land not far away, I met perchance a little bee upon a most unusual day. And when I asked her who she was, she told me, Maya, no other bee could ever be like Maya. Maya, why you question me? Why is no answer for a bee? My, she's always in a pretty pickle, Maya, helping someone else's little Maya. Maya, everyone loves Maya. Maya, 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 come tell us what you see.
Must have stopped blowing. We've stopped shaking from side to side.
We'll know soon enough. I'll go up and have a look. Quick, Willie! Come up and see! Our flower's blown off its stem.
And the old proverb says I'm terrified.
We must shelter somewhere till the storm's past.
I know, but where, Maya?
Let's crawl into this cave. Good day to you all.
What, good day in weather like this? That's exaggerating a bit, isn't it?
If I'd had any say in the matter, I wouldn't have gone out at all.
It's only a bit of wind.
Well, wind isn't so bad, but that's a terrible gale that's blowing outside, Maya.
That's right. It shook us up and down. It was quite fun, actually.
Yes. But storms like the one we're having now should be taken very seriously, you know. Oh, yes, terrible things can happen.
Has anything terrible happened to you?
Yes. It was a stormy day, just like today. I was on my way to a christening that morning. That's right. All my legs blew away, and it took me 14 days to find them all again.
Did they really?
The wood doctor sewed them all back on for me, but unfortunately he got confused and switched the left and right legs. Some walked forwards and others backwards, and that could make life very difficult. So I went back to him and asked him what he'd done. And he said to me, I can't see why you're complaining. It's very useful like that. Really, I said. Not for me, it isn't. Look.
Fancy that.
Well, complaining didn't help. I still had to pay. And what for? This used to be my last left foot, and now it's my first right foot.
Good grief.
And the worst was that I wasn't insured against the storm.
That's nothing. Wait till you hear what happened to me during the storm. You see these pretty black spots on my back? Well, do you think it's possible for them to disappear? Well, you're wrong. They actually blew off once during a terrible storm. Can you imagine that?
Why are you knocking on my back?
Why? Because your spots are going to blow away. Huh?
It took us 3 whole days to find them all again, and it was very difficult to stick them back on.
I can just imagine.
Can you? Well, let that be a lesson to you, child.
Don't let them frighten you. Not a single word of their stories about legs and spots blowing away is true, Maya.
Hmm? Huh? What's wrong? Why don't you come over here and join us, Mr. Bug?
No, leave him.
Why not? There's enough room here for everyone. Come on. Why don't you want to come and join us? Eh?
Never mind, I'm quite all right where I am.
But it's nice and sociable back there. The beetle and the centipede have been telling us stories about what happened to them in storms like this one. Come and join
Well, I
us.
would like to hear the stories.
Well, then. What are you afraid of? We don't bite. Come on, come. What is it? What's wrong with you all?
They don't like me, little bee.
What?
Never mind, child, I'm used to it.
But why don't they like you? I don't understand. You look just like any other beetle or bug. This is strange.
Just wait. You'll soon find out for yourself why we don't want anything at all to do with this fellow, Maya. Just wait and see.
So you've had a nasty experience with my sort, have you?
You are a bug, aren't you?
That's right, but there are some rude people who call me by another name.
Oh, yes? And what do they call you?
I'd rather not talk about it. They're sure to tell you anyway.
Yeah.
Left and right and left and right and left. Section halt! Section halt?
You ants like things done properly, don't you?
Quite correct. And what are you all doing in here, eh?
Oh, we're just sitting here telling each other about our experiences on stormy days.
Interesting.
Very.
Yes, well, I know by my own experience how bad a strong wind can become. I'll never forget what happened to me once. Compared to that, this is just a mild breeze blowing now. Heavens above, that was a storm to remember. And my troops and I were on the road. In those days, we consisted of a white company and a black company, but the storm blew us about so much that in the end, we were just one big striped company. Yes, I think that puts all your experiences in the shade.
I think so too. What's that?
I'm sorry, it's me. Oh, dear, I think it's going to happen again.
Was it you who made that funny noise, Bug?
Friends, I think it's getting worse. Soon. It'll happen soon.
Quick, men, look for shelter!
Maya, come here. Get away from there.
Huh? Oh!
What a stench. That'll teach you to tell scary stories. This always happens to stink bugs when they get excited.
That's better. I'm sorry, but I can't help it. But that's why we're called stink bugs.
Stink bugs, that makes sense.
Maya, wake up, wake up. The smell's gone away.
That was a terrible smell.
I would have never have thought that you'd have passed out from it. But there's nothing I can do about it.
You really are too dreadful. The least you could do is try not to laugh when others pass out because of your smell. Now you can understand why none of us wanted anything to do with him.
I'm sorry, little bee. I really am.
Oh dear, what a dreadful storm.
Oh, hello, Uncle Hannibal.
Hello, Maya. I see there's quite a crowd of you gathered here. Did you all come here looking for shelter?
Yes, come on in. We're all telling stories. Oh, I hope the smell's gone. Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why have you only got 7 legs, Uncle Hannibal?
I was born with 8 legs, of course, but I lost one.
What? How did that happen?
Oh, let's not discuss that now. I don't want to bore you with my sob stories.
Huh? It must be absolutely awful to lose a leg. But perhaps it'll do you a lot of good to talk to someone about it, Uncle Hannibal.
Perhaps you're right. It was all the fault of a human being.
A human?
A human?
Surely that doesn't surprise you. It's common knowledge by now that human beings are very dangerous and should be avoided. Anyway, I may as well tell you the story. Perhaps it'll serve as a warning to you. Now then, it happened exactly 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, all insects are attracted by light. Well, that night I saw a light shining through a window and I crept closer. I wasn't alone either. A few moths and beetles were already clinging to the window pane and trying to get into the room. That poor moth. The old man tried to kill her. I thought I might be able to help her, so I slid down my web and onto the table. Oh, but I was too slow. The old man saw me, and before I could get away, whap, he grabbed me by my back leg and picked me up. I got away eventually, but my leg stayed there between the old man's fingers. I ran away as fast as I could on my 7 remaining legs, and the last thing I saw was the moth fluttering out of the window. But at least I saved her life.
Yes, that's good. Then at least you didn't lose your 8th leg for nothing.
How brave.
Is something wrong?
I can't help getting excited whenever I hear a moving story.
No, stop. There's no reason to get excited. Don't get excited.
Yes, Maya's right. Don't get excited.
Take a deep, deep breath.
Oh, no, he's going to stink again.
No, go on. Take deep breaths.
Oh, boy, I was tense until the very last moment.
It always happens to me when I get excited, and I can't help getting excited when I hear such moving stories.
Just stop thinking about it, do you hear? And you, Hannibal, don't you ever tell him another story like that again.
But Maya told me to tell it.
Tell me, do you think we're stupid, What you told us just now was a lie, as it happens. I know better, dear chap.
Huh?
What's that? Wasn't he telling us the truth?
Didn't you say you slid down your web?
Yes, I think so. It's quite possible.
Exactly, and that's not the truth. You're a hunting spider. You look just like any other spider, but you're different. Admit it. And you don't spin a web either. Well, am I right or aren't I? Answer me. I realize that the others also added bits to their stories, but at least they kept partly to the truth. Admit that you're lying.
Yes, I was.
What? You mean you told us a pack of lies?
Well, there's a bit of truth in my story, too. It's not all lies. What really happened was this. The moth was flying round and round the lamp, and the old man was watching her, of course. I climbed up the table leg and hid behind his glass of milk. It's true that he caught me between his fingers, and it's true that I struggled to get free. Then the moth flew into the lamp a few times and then right under the old man's nose. That's when he let go of me.
So just the opposite happened, Uncle Hannibal. The moth saved your life.
Yes, that's right, Maya.
And you go and tell us such a moving story that the stink bug very nearly stank again. Now then, my friend, was that story really worth all that emotion?
That really is the worst thing I've ever heard.
No, wait!
No, please don't do it again.
No one has ever told me such shameless lies.
You're right, it wasn't lice.
But there's no need to get excited. Just take a good deep breath.
Breathe out.
All my little darlings are in there by the sound of things. But what are they doing in there?
In, out.
It's no good. I'm far too cross.
I'm sorry, really I am. I didn't know.
I'm sorry too, but there's nothing I can do.
Stop, please stop.
There's a brain matter.
Shall I begin with it?
Try just once more and it's sure to go away.
No, I can't do it this time.
Fire, run away! Look what's behind you!
No, none of your little tricks will work this time. It's no good. I don't believe in them anymore. It's no good. Here it comes.
Oh, no, he's done it again.
Phew.
Oh, this is awful. Oh, what a smell. Oh, the smell. Oh, I must get out of here. Oh, I'm getting dizzy. Oh, I'm going to faint. Oh, I must get out. Oh, the smell. Oh, I must get out. Oh, I must get out of here.
Oh, look at that, they're all gone. Oh.
No. Oh, my legs are shaky.
Yes, they all ran away.
Oh, did they?
Ran away? Flip and Hannibal, too?
I just had the most awful dream. I dreamt that the praying mantis came in here and tried to eat us. Oh, it was awful.
You didn't dream. She really was here.
And then I dreamt that I fell into a pit full of rubbish, and the stink was too ghastly.
No, that was me. This time I'm not going to apologize. You see, because if it hadn't happened, you know what would have happened? She'd have eaten us all up.
Now I understand.
Yes?
Your terrible stink protects you from your enemies, doesn't it?
No wonder everyone runs away from you.
But Willie's quite right about that. I always stink when I'm excited about something or if I'm being scared.
Or if you get cross, as you did with Uncle Hannibal. But you mustn't get cross with us. We're your friends.
What do you say? Will you really be friends with me?
Yes.
Oh, such a stinky
I'm
fellow.
touched. If you really would like to be friends with me, oh, I'd be so terribly happy.
No, don't do it again.
I've never had real friends before.
That's no reason to get excited. Calm down.
Yes, I know. Take a deep breath.
Oh.
Aha, guess what? The wind stopped blowing outside. That's wonderful. Well, I must go. Keep well, my dear friends. Goodbye, Maya. Goodbye, Willie.
Bye, Stinkbug. Goodbye.
Well, let me tell you something about next week's story. Next time, Maya has a very exciting adventure. She meets a cicada larva who is stuck underground and can't get out. Well, things very nearly turn out badly, but luckily, Maya is there to save the day. Be seeing ya!